Good morning. Live from the office, from home, in a dressing gown. Thought I'd make this as real as possible rather than get changed just for a live video. But what I wanted to talk about is the real need right now for a focus on progress, not perfection. And not beating yourself up because it's exhausting. Like nearly as exhausting as being interrupted in the night by babies. But that's a choice, right? So progress, not perfection is what I want to talk about, because we actually have a very biased definition of perfection. We use it when we want to use it to sabotage ourselves. And that's a choice, remember. So if you think about it, if you don't hit your goal, so let's say someone comes onto our home workout, home 28-day program at the moment, and they say, in a month, I want to be 6 pounds lighter, I want to be in the routine of eating regular meals, controlling my snacking, and I want to be 4 pounds down. Let's say after 28 days, they're 2.5 pounds down. And they've had a few days where they've skipped meals and they just haven't felt good, and they've gone, back into my snacking habits. All of a sudden, that not hitting their goal can cause guilt. And sometimes, although during the journey, they might have just gone, you know what, I'm still doing okay. It's not perfect, but I'm still doing okay, I'm keeping going. Now that they haven't hit their goal, and they read that they have, and they see that figure, that they haven't hit their goal, all of a sudden, it kind of sometimes goes into the mindset of, if I'm not perfect, I might as well do nothing. So if I'm not at my goal of 4 pounds down, I might as well be 8, even though they're 2 pounds down. Which is a very interesting way of thinking. So when it comes to addressing someone's goal, sometimes it's very easy for you to say, you know what, actually, I'm going to be, if I'm not 4 pounds down, I've failed. I might as well be worse. And this is exhausting, having that mindset. Yet, during the journey, before they actually assessed their goal, perhaps at the end of the 4 weeks, they were happy with how things were going. They had a few days where, things happen. You're not going to be perfect. And this is where you need to apply perfectionism fairly. Because if at the end you're halfway to your goal, just remember that sabotaging now, when you're 50% towards your goal, is going to mean you go backwards. And you're going to get further away from that. And when you really put some rationale behind it, it kind of comes down to our definition of perfectionism and when we use it. Now, I want to apply this to snacking because I think that probably comes up the most. Most people, everyone knows what to do. Everyone knows what to do. Yet, pretty much anyway, the in-between, the snacking, tiredness, stress, these are all things that come onto us and almost, and right now, especially with everything going on. And this can make us perceive foods as more rewarding than they actually are. Add on to that, maybe you're back with family that you haven't been with for a while who have certain other foods in. That's an obstacle that a lot of the ladies are having at the moment. And that's fine. And here is where you need to give yourself a chance. So perhaps create a habit. And this is what we do in the 28-day program as well. Like, get clear on your habit. Set a boundary. So, for example, you write down now. You grab a piece of paper. Today I will have a glass of wine at 7:30 p.m. Rather than, I'll try and not drink today. Can you see the difference of that? Because I'll try and not drink today just means you're going to rely on willpower, rely on everything going smoothly through the day. Whereas if I say I will have 2 drinks or 1 drink, you've got some clear certainty on what you're going to do. And when you have that certainty, that's like weight off your shoulders. It's fewer decisions you have to make. When you have fewer decisions you have to make, the less willpower you have to use, and the more likely you are to stick to that goal. Hope that helps. So think progress, not perfection, especially now. You've never been through anything like this before. There's probably the best time than ever just to be a bit kinder to yourself. And actually, by being kind to yourself, you might just get better results. Speak to yourself as you would a friend. Imagine you're on FaceTime. Hope that helps. Any questions, let me know. We are just getting ready, putting our schedule together for the next week of our 28-day program. We have a flexible start date from tomorrow for our next intake. So if you do want more details on that, send me a message. If you want to see anything else, post, comment, send me a message, and I can get you the details from there. Have a great Sunday. Hope you had a better sleep than I did. And speak soon. Take care.